Olivia felt the tension rising in the room, but it wasn't just the air, it was the danger. Theo Hudson's warning echoed in her ears. She could feel the weight of everything she had learned closing in on her like an impenetrable wall. No one had ever intended for her to know the truth, and now that she did, there was no turning back. The phone call Theo had received earlier had clearly rattled him. It was as if the walls of his entire world were crumbling around him. He had no control over what was coming next. He looked at Olivia, his eyes filled with regret and something darker, fear. "This is bigger than I thought," he said, pacing back and forth. "You need to leave now. Whatever you think you know, it's just the tip of the iceberg." Olivia's mind raced. "What's going on, Theo? Who are these people you're afraid of?" Her voice cracked with frustration. "Who are you really? Why have you been hiding everything?" Theo stopped in his tracks, his face hardening as he stared at her. "You don't understand. They're not just interested in me, they're interested in you. They've been watching you from the start." The words hit her like a punch to the stomach. "What? Watching me? Why?" Theo took a deep breath, his gaze shifting to the door, then back to her. "It's not just about me being the billionaire tech mogul. It's about the information you've uncovered. You've seen things that were never supposed to be exposed. And now, they'll stop at nothing to make sure you keep quiet." As he spoke, Olivia's stomach churned with unease. She had known things didn't add up, but now the pieces were falling into place with a terrifying clarity. She had uncovered corporate espionage, illegal dealings, and dark secrets, but she hadn't realized just how deep the rabbit hole went. It wasn't just about Theo and his empire anymore. It was about the forces behind him, the real players pulling the strings. The people who had the power to destroy everything. They were coming for her. "Who are these people?" Olivia pressed again, her voice trembling with urgency. "Why do they want me?" Theo's eyes flickered with something guilt. Perhaps, but there was also a dangerous calm about him. "They've been controlling everything for years. They created this empire I've built, they made me who I am, and now, they want to make sure you never speak out. Ever." A cold realization washed over Olivia. She wasn't just in danger because of Theo's secrets. She was in danger because the truth was a threat to everything these powerful people had spent years building. "They've been tracking me," she whispered, the words barely leaving her lips. Theo nodded gravely. "Not just you. Your every move, Olivia. You were a target the moment you picked up that phone call. The moment you read the files. It's not just about protecting themselves anymore. It's about erasing anyone who gets in their way." The door to the office suddenly slammed open. Olivia whipped her head around, her breath catching in her throat. The man who stood there was a towering figure, wearing a sleek black suit and an unreadable expression. He wasn't here to make introductions, he was here to take control. "Mr. Hudson," the man said in a voice that sent chills down Olivia's spine. His words were cold, methodical. "Time's up." Theo's expression hardened, but he didn't speak. Instead, he stepped in front of Olivia, blocking her from the man. "I've been trying to protect her," Theo said, his voice strained. "But it's too late. They've already found her." The man looked at Olivia, his gaze cold as ice. "You should have stayed out of this, Miss Parker. But you've crossed the line. And now, we're going to make sure you never get the chance to expose the truth." Olivia's heart pounded in her chest. Who was this man? What did he want from her? The man in the suit moved toward them, but just as quickly, Theo grabbed Olivia's arm and pulled her toward the back door of the office. "Come on," he shouted, urgency in his voice. "We don't have much time." They ran down the hallway, the sound of footsteps echoing behind them. Olivia could hear the man's voice, calm and calculated, giving orders to his team. "Find them, now." Theo pushed open the back door, and they spilled out into the alley. The dim streetlights cast long shadows, and Olivia could barely make out their surroundings. They had to get out of there. But as they rounded the corner, they were met with the last thing Olivia ever expected, a black SUV, doors wide open, waiting for them. "You're not getting away that easily," a voice called out from the driver's side. Theo froze for a moment, but then his expression darkened. He pulled Olivia into the car, slamming the door shut behind them. As the car sped away, Olivia glanced over at Theo. "Who was that? Who were those people?" Theo didn't answer immediately. His jaw was clenched, and his knuckles were white as he gripped the seat. "People I've been trying to outrun for years. But they always find me. And now they've found you, too." Olivia's breath caught in her throat. "Why me, Theo? Why are they coming after me?" Theo's eyes met hers, his expression as cold as the night air outside. "Because you're the only one who can expose what's really going on. And they'll stop at nothing to keep you silent." Suddenly, the car lurched to a halt. Olivia's heart skipped a beat. She tried to look out the window, but the darkness of the alley outside kept her from seeing anything. A sharp, metallic sound echoed through the car. The door opened, and a figure stepped inside. It was a woman, dark hair, wearing a leather jacket, and holding something in her hand. Olivia's heart raced. "Who are you?" she demanded. The woman didn't answer. Instead, she reached forward and handed Olivia a small and marked envelope. Olivia stared at it, then at the woman, who had a look of grim determination in her eyes. "Take it," the woman said, her voice low but urgent. "You're going to need it." Olivia's pulse quickened. "What's in it?" The woman's lips curled into a tight smile. "Everything you need to know. And everything you wish you didn't." Olivia opened the envelope with shaking hands. Inside, there was a single sheet of paper with a single sentence written on it: "The truth will cost you your life." Before Olivia could process the meaning of the message, the woman spoke again. "You have two choices, Olivia," she said, her voice cool. "Expose the truth and become a target, or walk away and let them win." Theo's eyes flashed with a dangerous intensity. "This is it, Olivia. Make your choice." And with that, the SUV screeched off into the night. But no matter which path Olivia chose, one thing was certain: her life would never be the same again. Part 4 will reveal the final decision Olivia must make. Will she risk it all to expose the truth, or will she walk away from the game? The clock is ticking, and the consequences of her choice could change everything.